And he ends up going to like Jurassic Park 13, where like the dinosaurs like go out to space and then like become robots and come back, and they have sex with they go back in time and have sex with the real dinosaurs. But it sounds sweet. Yeah, ridiculous.
Hey everybody, we got a special announcement. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Three Geeks podcast. How's it go?
Anarchy!
And that is part of the reason for the announcement I'm about to make.
Hooray! Anarchy!
I do want to say the Three Geeks podcast is going audio only, effective April 1st or August 1st.
April 1st.
April 1st. Which, that's another reason, because we could edit that out and start it over. It was fantastic. But I won't.
It's better to live your life.
But you can't. Yeah, but like we're gonna do what the Jurassic Park guys should have done. Just because you can do a thing doesn't necessarily mean you should do it.
Yes. Or even though you should do a thing doesn't mean that I will do a thing. So it's okay.
John, what's new? It's been a decade since I've seen you.
It has been a while. You know what? Actually, can I, in all seriousness, I would like to share a story from yesterday, if I may.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So
s'mores.
I love the Capital Summer movie series. I think for 10 years I've been going to see films down there, and Friday and Saturday they showed A New Hope, the 1997 cut, and so
first.
That was Hans.
No, that was Hans shooting second. The 97 cut was.
Oh, I thought you said 77 cut.
No, 97 cut.
97.
I just hear what I want.
Yeah, that's fine. And so, as they typically do, I went with my buddy. We went, and as they typically do, they do their intermission so they can sell their pop and beer and whatnot, So, I went to the restroom at that time. And so I went to one of the smaller bathrooms where there's like 2 toilets and stalls and the sink. And of course it's busy. And so like I'm the 3rd or 4th person standing in line. And a door opens and out comes one of the guys from the stalls who is wearing a complete mask and helmet for paintball and has a gigantic ass backpack on his back.
Whoa.
I was a little bit alarmed by that.
Yeah.
But more alarmed by the usher, because immediately that guy leaves. I'm like, fuck this, I'm going. This is bothering me. I don't know what the hell this guy, is this his cheap ass Dollar Tree stormtrooper outfit, or is he, got evil intentions? So the very first usher I saw, a guy maybe in his 50s, and I only say that because, no disrespect. It's all elderly people who are ushers down there,
Mm-hmm.
So I said to this guy, I was like, "Excuse me, sir, can I talk to you for a second?" And he's like, "Sure." I was like, "Hey, I just came from that bathroom around the corner, and there was a gentleman. He came out of the stall. He's like got a whole like headgear and face mask for like paintball. He's got a huge backpack." The guy cuts me off and goes, "Oh yeah, we know him. He's been here all day."
What?
Okay. And I looked at the guy and I go, "Well, sir, given, certain situations recently in our society," and he cuts me off again. He's, "Yeah, we know."
So why is he here?
Well, yeah. I hear that, and to me, I think that they've already, searched the backpack and so forth.
But then say that.
Yeah.
Say that. Oh, we've already searched the gentleman. Everything is cool. Not just blow me off and be like, "Yeah, whatever, kid."
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, all right, so when we all die tonight, I'm going to be the one to say, "I told you so."
No, you won't.
Yeah.
Because
No.
you'll be dead.
Yeah.
One or the other. One or the other.
John's gonna be like making his last phone call and they're
Yeah.
shooting up the theater, like, you tell him I told him so.
I said this would happen. Wait, did you say this would happen? Are you in on it, sir? No, asshole. I saw the guy in the bathroom.
Oh
Put
God.
this on my tombstone. I told
Yeah.
you so.
John, hot take Orlando. I told you so.
I mean, just I was just blown away by that. I just couldn't believe that, like, the nonchalantness of it. You could come up with another way to kind of explain it. I mean, I just was like, seriously, in today's day and age, that's all I'm getting from you guys. Okay.
On that note, though, I mean, why do you
America.
think he's an usher in the park? I mean,
True. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. He's right by the doors, so he's
Yeah.
leaving right away.
of course he is. I mean, he can get out in time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, he moves very slowly.
Yeah, he's,
so
he's,
he
he's
needs
older.
yeah,
so.
the most time available.
He's got bingo at 7.
He needs to
not
get his
missing
walker and just
Yeah,
like, oh,
so
God.
it's like, oh god, I can make it. I can make it.
All right, so Ohio Theater, if you're listening, just maybe tighten up the security a little bit more. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I'm
Love
tagging you.
the Ohio Theater. Looking forward to seeing much more down there this summer. I bought my strip of tickets, but just tighten up the security, please.
There
There
you
you
buying strip tickets, huh?
Ooh.
That's right.
Ticket.
Strip of tickets. There's a lot of cool stuff, man.
I don't hear breaks.
You know what? You know what's fun about John is you said hot take Orlando is when he gives a hot take, he doesn't realize he's giving a hot take.
No, that's why he's hot take
Yeah.
Orlando. Like
He
his
lives
takes
up.
are hot. Like,
Like,
he's
that's
not
true.
doing this to be,
John is John.
yeah. He's not Howard Stern. He's not saying things just to piss people off.
Look at me, I'm very
like,
shocked.
yeah. Like he believes these things. And
Believe these
are
things.
hot. Like there's no.
He,
Yeah.
He believes these things.
Yeah.
It's really good for hot.
It's 100% sincere, and that's why we love it.
Yeah. So there you go. That was
we
my evening.
John and I talk regularly, and he calls me one day and he tells me about the Rorschach comic he just finished talking. And I asked him, I said, "Did you like the Watchmen show?" And John's like, "Me, like everybody else, I wasn't a fan." I'm like, "John, that's a beloved show. Like everybody loves it."
Yeah, but I really did watch the show. I really liked it.
It never caught me. Like, I watched 2 or 3 episodes of it, and I was like,
He's
he's
like, it's awful.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
All right. I
I like the
That's
characters
it.
from the
It's a
show. I
valid
just don't like the show.
Valid take?
I look, and the other thing that, you know, the 2 comics that they've released these last 2 years, Doomsday Clock, I thought was all right.
Yeah.
My gripe was it's 12 issues. It could have just been 8 and been better.
Yeah.
I think that they
And
stretched it
those
out.
issues, they might have released them all on time.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
true.
too, like a
True.
long wait. I don't know.
And Rorschach's fine if you just want, like, this is the way I described it to Jason. I feel, being a G.I. Joe fan, the G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra would be a great movie if it was called American Strike Force, because it has nothing to do with G.I. Joe.
Right.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
work.
Rorschach the comic, if it was like Teddy Jenkins, private investigator, I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I have no idea why Rorschach's in this book, because he does not. There's
I think
nothing to it.
Theodore Jenkins, private investigator.
Theodore.
There you
A
go.
better name. And they call him Teddy. But
Yeah, there you go. And he
Theodore
has
Roosevelt.
he has assistants. He has assistants Alvin and Simon. And
Don't forget Theodore.
he is Theodore.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Jason, I need you to be at the rest of the class. We're on page 76.
So we saw Thor. At least some of us did.
yes, I saw Thor.
I have not seen Thor yet.
Thor.
Tuesday.
Thor.
We won't do a deep dive on Thor like I thought we were going
Oh, good.
to.
No, but what I got to say about Thor is, again, the same thing I said about Lightyear. There's a reason we picked Taika Waititi for everything. And this movie, kind of like, I'm not comparing the movies to each other, but like Jojo Rabbit's felt 100% like it was Taika Waititi's vision. This Thor movie is 100% Taika
Yeah,
Waititi.
no, they just let him do. Like, I feel like Thor Ragnarok was like, if Taika Waititi is like Saint Bernard, we'll say, there was somebody holding on to the leash. Now they were getting dragged,
Okay.
but they were holding on to the leash
Yeah.
and trying
Yeah.
their best. Now this movie, fucking Taika Waititi is just
Yeah.
like wild stallions running
Yeah.
across the plains,
Wow.
like,
with
like
that,
a herd of them.
It's hard to stop him now because he's got like such renown as being Taika Waititi.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. And the movie's not bad. Like I liked it, but I liked Ragnarok better. So
100%.
Really?
I think that they need to like sometimes he needs a little bit of like come on guys,
Yeah.
like, come on.
I like this movie. For me, it was on par with Ragnarok, mainly because everything. This, as much as this is a Taika Waititi movie, this is a Thor movie too. Like he goes deep into Thor's mythology
Yeah,
and
like
throws
I did
all
like
of the
that.
weird shit at the camera
Yeah.
and says, "Here you go."
Like he gets the goats like
Yeah.
pulling his carriage or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and like I'm down for that. And the goats were awesome. The goats are amazing. But yeah, no, like I feel like the whole movie is just a little too zany. You know, it's like Our Flag Means Death. I really like that show.
Yeah.
And that's Taika Waititi doing his
Yeah.
thing. And that's fine. But like that sort of goofiness like isn't, you know, like none of the other Marvel movies have been that. So this one feels weird. You know, and again, it's not bad. It's just like a little too
much.
aloof.
So what you're saying is we just need Taika Waititi need him to go play with the DC movies.
Yes.
Then,
Yeah.
That's just, like everybody over there is Batman and dark and it's
Right.
always
Oh yeah.
raining and
It's super
overcast.
serious.
So you know,
if Taika Waititi would have made the Shazam movie, like I think it would have been much better.
I actually like that one.
You
I did
would,
too.
but
I do too. I like Shazam.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah.
You love movie.
Kung Fu, it's not the raid. Sci-fi, it's not Star Wars.
The raid.
Nah, I'm not a huge. Yeah, I didn't like the Shazam movie, but I feel like the goofiness they went for it didn't hit with me. Like,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
but this one's not bad. Like I give it like 6.5 to 7, in that range, and you know, like I'd go see it again.
One Natalie Portman was great in this.
Yep.
Best. They actually had chemistry in this movie.
Well,
unlike the first two
this
Thor
is the
movies.
first time they actually gave her something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's true.
even Chris and Natalie didn't have chemistry in the first two
Well,
movies
yeah,
at all.
because
She didn't
there's
have anything
no
to do.
place for them to have chemistry.
That's fair. That's fair.
True.
The Guardians are in this. It's in the trailers, and the sequence at the beginning with the Guardians and their fight really showed how powerful Thor was.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to get into it too much, but it's like, yeah, it's great.
It changes
it's
the landscape
fantastic.
of fights easily.
I really dug that sequence, and I thought the Guardians were extremely goofy in this too, but it was fine. Like they weren't in it for very long, and I really enjoyed them. And one of the big questions going into this movie is, would this be Chris Hemsworth's last movie? Spoiler alert: at the end, it says Thor will return. So Hemsworth is holding on to that Marvel contract for as long as he can.
Good.
I mean, smart man.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
take the money all day and night. And then, like again, like no one is hating on Chris Hemsworth
No.
for being Thor. Like in any of the Thor movies,
Even if like it's a bad movie, it's never him. you
right?
know, it's like,
yeah. So it's like, hey, the writers sucked, or you're like, this movie was stupid. There was no point. Like, what was the director thinking? Like, it's never. Jesus, I fucking hate Chris Hemsworth. Like,
And let's be honest, if Chris Hemsworth doesn't have Thor, he's going back to making movies where he beats up Vietnamese children.
yeah.
That's true.
And
So-
I mean,
What movie is that?
Who doesn't love the Extraction?
Extraction.
Is it?
Yeah.
Although
He's doing that already, John. There's a sequel.
Yeah, Justin, you've never seen Extraction?
I thought I did, but I remember him beating up Vietnamese children.
He beat up teenagers. Now, granted, a few of them had AK-47s, so
But still.
I mean,
Yeah.
still.
No, John
For
reached out to Netflix and said, "Please send me the version where more Asian people get beat up."
That's terrible.
Now, come on now.
John.
Hey, I'll throw it
Also,
out there. Go ahead, Jan. Go ahead.
You never hear anything about Chris Hemsworth being in the Ghostbusters movie that everybody
That's
like
true.
rags on for
Yeah.
absolutely
Well,
every aspect of
Yeah.
it. It's never him.
No, because Chris Hemsworth, I remember even when the movie came out, and as somebody who liked it, most of the only positive reviews I ever heard from people was how much they loved Chris Hemsworth in the movie.
You like it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
And see,
Also,
when I was
like when you look that good, like who cares? Like, say bad things about me. I wake up and I'm Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is your deal?
I will always be Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. I have the capability to look like this.
Yes.
What can you do?
They don't even give me a suit with blow up muscles. I don't need that.
Like in the trailer for Thor, again, not a spoiler, it's in the trailer, is when they flick him and he's naked and all the women start passing out. Like if I had that superpower, because Chris Hemsworth really has that superpower, I would just walk around and
be naked.
Even the cops are aggressive. Like all the cops are fainting. Everyone's just like, God damn, what a beautiful human.
It's like a walking Greek statue.
Clean up an aisle 11.
I mean, I've seen the David. Doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
And
he's got arms. So
I see. When you guys were talking about not blaming Chris Hemsworth for a movie, I have to say, recently, I'm on that same bandwagon with Tom Hanks. I went and saw Elvis. Tom Hanks is terrible. This is the only movie I've ever said that it's all Tom Hanks' fault. Like, okay, I think the Polar Express is not his fault. It's just bad animation. Won't You Be My Neighbor is not a very strong script, but he was good as Mr. Rogers. He is terrible. He is awful.
John, let me
Colonel
ask
Parker.
you, because I've heard good things about the movie. Did you not like the movie at all?
No, there's good parts to the movie. I gave it a C+. The guy that plays Elvis is fantastic. Like, absolutely nails it. It's very interesting. The storyline. Just Tom Hanks just overacts every time that he's on screen. It's like, come on, Tom.
I get to do an accent.
Yeah, is that accent legitimately how that one guy sounded? Because that was the worst accent ever.
Supposedly, yes, because he was supposedly.
Does Tom Hanks play the Colonel in that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That accent was rough.
That kind of makes sense.
It's bad. It's really bad. And
what's funny is the guy who they based Forrest Gump off of says that Tom Hanks' accent is fucking horrible. So maybe he just can't do it.
Yeah.
But I wish Tom Hanks would try a comedy again.
yeah.
I miss Tom Hanks comedy.
Bigger.
Big.
Yeah. Or not necessarily a sequel or anything, but get back to that. Because all he does is these serious fucking things now, and
that are wrong.
I agree with you because I think he did that string of Oscar-nominated movies, and then he made Lady Killers, which was a comedy, but nobody liked it. So, he went back to doing serious. I agree. I wish that Tom Hanks would go back to comedy, even if it's just for one movie.
Yeah.
Bosom Buddies, the movie.
No, we don't need a Bosom Buddies movie, but his character on Happy Days was hysterical.
True.
He played a karate teacher.
Yes.
I love funny. I've been saying that for years. I'm tired of serious. I like Tom Hanks's movies, but I want to see more from him than just the.
I mean,
Oscar stuff.
man. I'd like to see a Tom Hanks comedy. I want to see him get back to. No, that wasn't his real accent.
That's rough. That was a terrible accent.
That was just that was a choice. That was just a choice that they made.
Artistic choice.
Yeah.
Because I think Tom Parker's from Romania or Austria or something, isn't he?
I have no idea.
All right, hold on. Google will tell us.
I'm not an Elvis guy, so I don't know.
I've listened to a little bit of his music recently, Elvis's, and it's fine, but I'm not a super big fan.
Yeah, I like exactly 3 Elvis songs.
Jailhouse Rock, Hound Dog, and I'm trying to think of
the wise man say that song. I like that song. I like.
Can you sing it some more?
Yes, please.
I'm trying to keep us from
the other negative, Max, I have is the other negative I have about the movie. Was it's Baz Luhrmann, so you're going to get I'm going to give you a historic song, but we're going to make it hip and cool for the kids. And I'm like, no, don't do that. I don't even when you play the JXL song, don't do that. I like that JLX song. Don't do that. Put that on the side. This is a historical piece. Don't do that. I agree, Nick. I agree.
Thanks, Mick.
Thank you. Dutch. We
did our top 5 summer movies, however anybody interpreted that subject. And before we get into that, I just want to finish the announcement. We're going audio only in August moving forward, but we will do a live show once a month, probably here and all the usual platforms, maybe through Patreon only. But the live show won't be completely gone. It's just going to be down to once a month. just schedules, adulting, and being a grown up. It's just really hard to get us all in the same room.
And our interviews will still be via camera and right, all that other stuff. Everything's changing outside of that, right?
Yeah.
Just the live show.
But yeah. So top 5 summer movies. Let's start with Dan. Dan always takes these topics, he flips it and reverses it, and then remixes it a little bit, and then puts it through the shredder, and then pulls it back out, and it's to the topic, but it's not what we had all envisioned. So Dan, what is your number 5?
Originally, I wanted to do top 5 movies starring somebody named Summer, and then I realized
how many movies star somebody named Summer?
I don't know.
Well, there's Serenity, Summer Glau. So
Summer Glau.
I could make it work, but I didn't have the time. So I did my favorite movies that have summer in them that just happen to be horror movies. So my number 5, well, kind of a horror movie. No. Have like summer, like the season, not summer the word.
It's about last
well, yeah,
summer.
it is, but it also has summer in the time. I just didn't want to depress anybody watching him. He did his own concept wrong. So number 5 is Stand By Me, because it's awesome.
And you're trying not to depress everybody.
Stand By Me is a very good movie.
But, I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I can depress everybody with the content of the movie, but not how I. It's you could call it a buddy road trip. Max.
All right, so my number 5, because I only picked this because Jason just recently bought the movie, and I was like, I really did fucking enjoy that movie. My number 5 summer movie is Everything Everywhere All at Once, because there's a universe where that movie came out in the summer.
Okay.
And, oh yeah, definitely reach. But I really liked it, and I thought it would be cute to pick that movie.
It's definitely like all these years I've always wanted a Goonies sequel, and that is like I couldn't imagine anything greater than that. And if you want to tell me that that's not the same character as the Goonies, dude carries a fanny pack. He has the same mannerisms and acts the same. It's the same character.
He did lose a lot of the mechanical skill.
Yeah,
he did.
The one universe,
but he still had the fanny pack. He got older.
Yeah, for sure.
My number 5 was Little Miss Sunshine. Little girl's on her summer break, and she's going to try to win a contest, right? Little Miss Sunshine contest. It's a fun family flick. I would encourage people to watch it.
Yeah, it is a good movie. It's got J.K. Simmons in it, too.
J.K. Simmons is awesome in it.
Big fan of J.K. Simmons. John, what about you?
Well, I took the avenue of just looking at summer blockbusters that I have seen and that I have enjoyed and watched multiple times. So that's the avenue I went, because I was trying to come up with other creative ones, and I didn't have enough time. For me, I give an honorable mention to Raiders of the Lost Ark as an honorable mention, but my number 5 is The Road Warrior.
Hey,
nice.
All right,
Mel Gibson.
All right,
yeah. So
good series.
It came out, I think June of '81. I think.
Believe it.
Anyways, but I've seen it a bazillion times. Love
I
it.
wasn't born yet when that movie came out.
Did you see it in theaters, John?
You know what? No, I did not see it in theaters. I did not. But let's see. I'm looking to see when it comes out, or when it came out. What month?
You were what, 22 when it came out?
Yeah.
This is why John doesn't join us.
We just make him sad.
He gets this from me on Matt Talk too. So.
Yeah, that's all right.
Jacob?
Hell, I'm falling apart. Anyways, I had to get new glasses. I have I have bad knee. I mean, shit. I almost broke my toe in Rhode Island, so I'm falling apart anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Never going back to Rhode Island.
My honorable mention, because I think it's a better movie, or I enjoy it more. No, it's not a better movie. I enjoy it more, which would be Temple of Doom. I enjoy it a lot more than Raiders, but I love Temple.
That's a tough one. No, I also love Temple of Doom. I love their misappropriation of of Hinduism, and just to make the scary bald guy ripping hearts out. I mean, because that's how it's how you go to church in India, apparently.
5 is Star Trek 2009. I saw that movie a lot in theaters, and I have watched it a lot on home video. There was a time where I was watching it at least once a week for about a year because I really dug that movie. It got me back into Star Trek because I kind of faded after Nemesis came out, Insurrection. But yeah, Star Trek 2009. I think it's a perfect remake. Requel, I guess I would say.
What?
Nothing.
You watching me do my list right now?
I was like watching your phone.
Oh, he doesn't have the notebook and pen?
Oh,
He's traveling.
No, yeah, I only brought the beer.
That's
I didn't
true.
bring the notebook and pen.
Very appreciative.
That's fine with me.
Yeah. But yeah, people seem to like this better. I might be beer guy.
Notebook and hops, man.
Yeah.
Notebook.
What is yours for, Dan?
Hold on. My number 4 is The Lost Boys.
Hey.
That's another good one. Man, Kiefer
Just-
Sutherland is all over your list.
Yeah, you know, my list is all over Kiefer Sutherland.
All over it.
I have no complaints. I like Kiefer.
Just dripping
But,
all over.
yeah,
it.
ooh. But yeah, it's one of my favorite like horror flicks, but it's not horror. Like you're not intended to be scared, no matter how much like red backing light is shown on everything all the time when there's scary things going on. But I mean the side performances are great because you got Bill from Bill and Ted, whose name I forget. Alex Winter. There you go.
Hey, nailed it.
And the lady from Bright Lights Big City, I forget her name too. But and the dude that plays Grandpa is great, and he gets the final stinger at the end, which I find appropriate.
Nice. I like that movie a lot.
Me too. I'm very close to making my list too.
And as many times as I brought up Lost Boys in a list, I'm running out of things to talk about it. That's,
Okay, I'll give you something to talk about. What did you think of the sequels?
the first
Wait,
one
there were
was
sequels?
Oh yeah.
okay. Oh yeah,
If
Oh.
2 or 3.
I really like the third one
I've heard the third one is great.
where they brought the Frog Brothers back.
Yeah.
that makes me happy.
Well, Feldman was in the second one, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't as good.
No, I agree. I haven't seen the third one yet because I thought
think
the
I-
second one
somewhere
was just
in
okay.
this pile
Yeah,
of things I have all of the Lost Boys.
I've got them all somewhere.
I need to watch the third one because I've heard good things about the third one.
Yeah.
All right,
But
Mike.
not as good as
I'm
the
not a
first.
Lost Boys fan, so. My number 4 goes to Top Gun 2, Toppest Gunnest.
that is a good pick, man. Like
I had too much fun at that movie. I really was like, I don't know what they're gonna do to go over Top Gun, and like it's like turns out you just need better jets, like
More G's.
more G's, good to go.
New version of volleyball.
I was impressed that they even included Val Kilmer in this one. Like that guy's got a lot of health troubles going on, and they made it work for him. So like that was pretty cool. Son of Goose is awesome.
Son of Goose.
looks just like him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He
Like,
does.
it was good. It was solid. I thought it was just gonna be like dumb as hell, and I mean like it is still kind of dumb, but I
It's
really
the best kind of dumb.
yeah. It still captures the heart of Top Gun, and I had a lot of fun, and I didn't think I was going to. So
Yeah.
that hits my number 4.
Miles Teller is great in this movie, and somebody had said in a review that Anthony Edwards should get money too because he's totally in that movie more than anybody else is.
Oh yeah, like they, as much as they talk about and show the picture.
And the dude stole his look. Like he
He looks like Anthony Edwards, and like they also just show the picture of Anthony Edwards like 100 times. Talk to me, Goose.
I still need.
That movie is
see
how I
that.
found out Val Kilmer has throat cancer. I didn't know. I didn't.
Yeah.
know
I knew he was sick, but
I didn't know he had throat cancer either.
He's been sick for a while. That's
Yeah.
why when he came to Columbus Con, I always wondered why he was covered up. Because remember they had him in like a thing with curtains. That was why.
Yeah.
Listen, I was wondering why he couldn't talk. Because the spoiler, he can't talk in the film. But it was like legitimately a reason he can't talk. Like,
Well,
the actor can't.
yeah.
Well, spoiler, he does talk, but it was his. They did a really good job. With
Yes.
Like one
Yes.
line that he spoke,
Oh, yeah,
editing
you're
it
right.
together
You're
and
right.
stuff. Terrific. But
Good job, everyone.
Yeah.
but they do that in movies, and sometimes it sounds like I went to the store.
It's like Howard Stern editing all those books together.
Yeah.
Bill Shatner
That's
hates
Stern.
black people.
Yes, for sure.
Only be William Shatner saying, "I hate black people."
Yeah, that's right. That's how it was. That's how the gimmick was.
Actually, there's a movie in the 70s which William Shatner plays a racist, and he goes off at a car wash. So I mean,
Yeah, they could have just stole the audio. From that one.
I'm relatively sure it's not his real sentiments, but
All right, Justin, what's your?
Yeah, my number 4 movie has summer in the name and Independence Day. This will be our stand. Will Smith against aliens.
Oh man, that's higher on my list.
Fair enough. But
But
I loved Independence Day. I watched it. I could watch it almost every day.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
It doesn't hold up as well. Like
I haven't
when
watched
they
it in a while. So
when they go to the alien ship, there's like a lot of problems.
Well, see, I think
And
it adds to the charm how cheesy it's gotten a little bit.
yeah, and there's that too. Like when I went and saw Independence Day, I was living in Puerto Rico at the time, and it came out around my birthday, and I had been like so excited to see this movie. Like, you know, I was a kid, and you know, like that like palpable excitement to do something. Like I remember, like we got to the parking lot and it was packed, and I was like, devastated. We're not gonna get to the park. We're gonna miss the movie. Like this whole thing, I had a whole like fucking freak out. Like it was, and then like we went and saw the movie, and like yeah, it was just this action-packed fucking thing. All the Will Smith one-liners, fucking everything. You know, again, like you watch it now, it's cheesy.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah, like he punches the alien out. Yes, like, let's kick the tires, light the fires, Big Daddy. No, it's great. I love Independence Day.
And I mean, fan of the cast, Randy Quaid, right?
Yeah. No, friend of the
course.
podcast, Randy Quaid, big longtime fan, longtime listener.
Along with Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
Anti-justice.
One of my favorite things that come out of the 90s and even 80s, but I became a fan of the 90s was Jeff Goldblum. And this movie is as Jeff Goldblum as you can get. And I agree. I love it. I almost made it on my list, but I figured Max would put it on, so I left it off.
Yeah, no, but it's really high on my list.
Mhm.
I saw this movie 6 times in the theater, and I've seen it many times since. I still watch it. They have like an expanded cut now that airs. I think it's my second favorite movie speech behind Jean-Claude Van Damme's and Street Fighter.
Yeah, the Independence Day speech like gets me like every time. Like, and I'm one of like the least like patriotic or like gun ho people, but like that speech is a motivator for sure.
It's to the whole world.
Yeah, that's also true. It's not just America that he's talking to, but yeah, like that. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. Oh my God! Yes, I love it.
I was like, oh my God, Bill Pullman is great. And I started watching more Bill Pullman movies. I'm like, not so much. Hey, I did like Spaceballs, and then he was on a show recently that I thought he was really good in. But yeah, I haven't been a huge.
I mean, the man has to work. You know, like he can't just say, "Oh, I'll be in that and I'll be in that." It's like, nah.
But yeah, Jason, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Vacation.
You skipped me?
Oh,
yeah, we did.
That's my bad.
We're not skipping
That's my
you.
bad.
We're not
That's my
skipping
bad.
you. We're saving you for last. Best point.
We're savoring it.
we didn't skip John. John.
He just blows out.
You guys are talking about.
Terrible.
John,
Sorry, what was your number 4? Jason?
Well, mine's short and sweet and to the point. My number 4 is what I went and saw last night, Star Wars: A New Hope.
Hey.
Okay.
I left the Star Wars movies off purposely because I knew they'd make other people.
Yeah, that's no, but like A New Hope, great. You know, like that movie for it defined Blockbuster because like literally like blocks were busted with people waiting in line to see this movie.
Yeah.
And kicked off the whole fucking Star Wars franchise that's going like 80 years strong now. And yeah, like A New Hope, great film, great summer film. I fucking love it personally. I agree with you.
John, what's fascinating is you saw the 97 cut, and that's the one I remember seeing in theaters. Like, I don't remember seeing Star Wars before then. I know I had, But like that is the one memory I have of sitting in the theater when they re-released them all before the prequels were coming.
Yeah, my dad was super stoked to take all of his kids. He's like, well, you guys missed it in terms of the original, the first cut, so we're going to go to that one.
You know what? And I got to say something about that. You know what? I remember being like super not real thrilled with the 97 cut, but it's really not that bad. I mean, yes, the job of the Hutt seems terrible. But,
and there's that scene where the dinosaurs just like
watch the view.
Yeah, like the funny thing is, like my buddy said, he goes, it seems like you get about 30 or 40% into that film, and it's like Lucas lost interest in doing all that shit, and it's just like, make this explosion bigger. Okay, we're done. You know, so it's really, I don't think it's as bad as I made it out to be years ago, and like, oh, this is trash.
Yes, it is.
well, to put it in context, compared to the cut that they release now, it's
McCluskey. I don't even call it Star Wars: A New Hope. That movie is officially titled McCluskey.
Yeah,
because not only does Han not shoot first, but Greedo gets a last dying word out. And it's McCluskey.
And R2-D2 gets stuck behind rocks that there was no way he could get behind.
Wait a minute. Doesn't R2-D2 have like fucking rockets?
Yes.
See, this is the problem with prequels.
But maybe they just don't work now.
Oh, they were malfunctioning.
They're saying it.
Yeah.
Until Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Then they work again.
Yeah.
Everything's convenient.
And that's the one I saw in the theater. So
I saw a not the original showing, but a re-showing of Empire. It was like the very first movie my parents took me to.
Sweet.
Oh.
I saw that in '97 too.
Empire was the first one that I watched.
Sweet.
And I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about earlier, but this is great.
I love it. This is awesome.
I am Alden.
That's kind of what you could say about watching Everything Everywhere All at Once as you're going through the movie. Like at the beginning, you're like, I love this. I don't know what the hell I'm watching, but it's fantastic. But my number 4 would be Vacation. I wanted to get John Candy on this list, but it's really hard to find a John Candy movie that kind of fits the summer. And
The Great Outdoors.
I don't like that one as much.
Oh my god!
I'm not the
Cool Runnings.
Summer Vacation.
Summer Vacation.
I haven't seen that, and I'm not a huge fan of Cool Runnings either.
What?
But I
can't find a John Candy
Jason,
Summer Vacation
we're
movie
kicking off
named
podcast.
Summer Vacation.
but I like Vacation. So
All right.
All right. I mean, Home Alone. Fine.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, sure.
It's a great
What-
summer movie with John Candy in it.
What about Summer Rental?
Oh, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Sorry.
There's two
Summer
different
Rental.
movies with summer in the name. And I can't find
No,
one.
Summer Vacation.
I got it
Summer
wrong.
Rentals.
Yeah, my bad.
this is Summer Vacation.
been a while.
Vacation is technically Summer Vacation. But I like the Vacation series a lot, at least the first 3. European is probably my favorite, but
Yes.
this movie where he
We are looking
plays
for
the
sex.
dumb security guard at Wally World is fantastic, and Chevy Chase is fantastic in this movie. I'm not the biggest Chevy Chase fan, but I like him in the context of the Vacation movies quite a bit, and this number 4.
Sweet.
Figured nobody would talk about the Vacation series, so that's why I threw it on there.
Good. Dan, what's your number 3?
Well, my number 3 involves a bunch of kids going to a summer camp and then get murdered a lot. I am, of course, talking about The Burning,
Oh.
The Burning.
which is awesome.
I've seen that. It's good.
Yes, it is very good. It follows like most of the summer camp tropes and such. There is an amazing scene in it when they're all on a raft and just get completely slaughtered. So you should watch it. It's great. Oh, you also get some dude in a burn suit running around for quite a while, which like I don't know if they did several takes for that, but I was slightly worried for the actor. But
Maybe he's Burning Man.
Sleepaway Camp would have been good for the
yeah, thanks, JT.
You got
list. What's that?
I got to change my number 1 now, which is perfectly fine. Max.
All right, so my number 3 is a summer film called Do the Right Thing. I don't know if it came out in summer,
That
but
was almost on my list.
It definitely takes place in summer. But like this movie is one of those movies where like the end I did not see coming. Like
Yeah.
as you go through the movie, it becomes something else, and it is, it is just an amazing journey that you go down, and I like the movie is very, I'm gonna say dark, like when you get to the end of it, but like it's something else, and yeah, it's just like. Rarely ever am I just like, what? Yeah, so like Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee joint gets my number 3.
I thought about it too, Max, to be honest with you, because I was like, oh, it's a June release. Maybe it's also got summer in it. Maybe. Yeah, I was like, well, I decided to go a different route for number 3, but Do the Right Thing was in that 3 spot.
Yeah. So there it is, right there. That's in the pocket.
Okay, so my next 3, I could have been very interchangeable with all of them. So, like, in no specific order, The Sandlot is like the quintessential summer movie for me.
Man, dude, you are poaching all my top picks, bro.
You were writing your list here.
Nice.
Now I gotta come up with another fucking movie.
Max finished his list at 12:25. Justin's finished his at 12:10.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm still
yeah.
first. If not first, you're last.
This is bullshit.
But Sandlot, I love it. I mean, every summer you can watch it, and it's a feel-good movie, and I really, really love it. You want to talk about your movie that I just posted?
Sandlot. That's one of those movies. Like I saw it as a kid. It'll always have the special place in my heart. I never had like the Sandlot experience myself, but like you always wanted to. You know, like you're like I wish my childhood was like that. Just the great The Beast. You know. Forever, one of the great quotable movies. I love The Sandlot. I'm gonna have to pick another.
Yeah, you're killing me, Smalls.
That I was. You are definitely fucking killing me, Smalls.
I have seen. I love The Sandlot.
Oh,
I've actually seen The Sandlot too.
Why?
Yeah,
It's the same movie, just not as good.
that's right.
Because I was curious. I wanted to see.
Is anybody from the original cast on there? I haven't watched it.
No, but I heard Squints is in 3. But I haven't been able to bring myself to watch it.
After the best. He's probably the dad in that point.
Maybe. I don't know. I think there's time travel involved in the 3rd one.
Well, John, on that note, what
Sounds
is your
great.
number 3?
Okay, my number 3, as I said, I had contemplated Do the Right Thing, but then I remembered that this is a summer film, and unfortunately, it's not going to be happy-go-lucky as yours, Justin. Unforgiven.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Very good one.
Yes.
Very good one. I've seen it multiple times. I like it. It's got that vengeance aspect to it that I dig. I thought a Western. Let's throw a Western on the list, do something different. But
What's more summer than the desert? I get it.
Yeah.
yeah, right. The Dust Bowl.
I've been there. There is not much more summer than you can get.
Very summery. Yeah, Gene Hackman's amazing in that one.
Gene Hackman is great. Clint Eastwood is great. Morgan
Oh,
Freeman
yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a weak link.
The one that plays the kid is great.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, solid pick. I didn't even think about that one. That's a nice out of left field pick to hit back on the Sandlot there.
Nice.
My number 3 is Avengers Endgame because I wanted to get something that feels like a summer blockbuster, at least what we've come to expect now. And that movie is, in my opinion, the quintessential summer blockbuster because it has everything you expect from a blockbuster done well. Like you expect the big epic moments, the overarching like grand story, and plus, they wrapped up 21 films, and I think they did a pretty damn good job considering. And
I mean, they had to do time travel, but it's fine. It's fine.
But I love it. I love the moments too, and it's fun. It's the first superhero movie that Kylie liked too, so that was like, did that come out?
21 movies.
No.
Yes,
That's not true. Logan came out first. She loved Logan, but this was like the
shit.
second one that I remember her saying, "Wow!" Like so, yeah. Endgame for me.
Cool.
What Kiefer Sutherland movie do you have next?
I don't have a Kiefer Sutherland movie. What I do have is, well, I'm going to cheat on this one since you stole Sleepaway Camp from me. And,
Sleepaway Camp 3.
no,
I like Sleepaway Camp 3.
4 if I had to pick another one. But no, I'm going with Piranha and Piranha Double D.
Oh my god.
Nice.
What
You
says
should've
summer
done
like
tornado.
going to the beach?
Those are not blockbusters. Come on.
I don't care.
They're summer
movies.
Yeah.
Summer movies. Blockbuster wasn't the home.
I was told I could define it the way I wanted
Yep.
to, John.
Yep.
So
Okay.
you know.
You talking the newer
Sharknado
one?
1 through
Hey,
6.
look.
Well, the old 70s Piranha or 80s, early 80s, 70s,
Piranha 3D.
somewhere around there. Yeah, no. And then then Piranha Double D, just the sequel with Christopher Lloyd,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, it's just like it's a happy summer movie until it's not. And then there's piranhas and there's severed limbs, and it's hilarious both ways.
Yeah.
I
So-
like that one. I like Piranha 3D with I like the nod at the beginning of it with Richard Dreyfuss and the boat.
Yeah. It's just they took like one of those like Roger Corman kind of goofy look them. Now there's piranhas gonna get you instead of giant bugs and weird atomic aliens, and they turn it into a weird like happy like pseudo comedy where people are getting their limbs eaten off. So
They're like
Ingrid
sci-fi
Bergman
movies
here.
are doing well. Let's do a big budget one, like more
yeah,
recently when they
pretty
brought it
much.
back.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we on? Number 2.
We're on number 2.
Before
All right,
we get
so-
to your number 2, Max,
Oh.
I do want to plug the 3 Geeks channel. We have Freddy Geeks Friday coming out. We discuss VHS 94, which takes place in Westerville, Ohio.
All right.
One of the
I did not know that.
One of the stories does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Except I'm not sure it was actually Westerville, Ohio.
It definitely
that
was
part
not
was
that
not,
bad.
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
They said Westerville.
Just, John, know you have rat people living under your floorboards, and good luck with that. Max, what is your?
It's a good segue from your Richard Dreyfuss comment. I picked Jaws as my number 2.
Nice.
Again, one of the quintessential summer actual blockbuster movies. Like people were lined up around the block to see this movie, and then it also like shut down beaches.
Yeah.
Because people were just like, not doing it. I
No,
saw
not
that
you.
movie. So yeah, Jaws, a great quotable movie. We're gonna need a bigger boat. And yeah, it's just a solid film. This is also one of the reasons that I do not do beaches. Like no.
I'm gonna take it off my list, but I had Jaws on my list too. And
Me too.
as somebody who's a completionist,
Ha
Oh.
Fuck you.
as somebody who's a completionist in films, I love Jaws so much that I have not seen the sequels.
Oh,
Because-
Jaws the Revenge.
I've heard the second. I've heard part 2 is fine, but I still have not been able to bring myself to watch it just because I love Jaws so much.
They're great.
If you're a fan of Jaws, please go watch our interview with Joe Alves because he was the maker of the Jaws.
Yeah, and Carl Gottlieb, who wrote it.
Yeah, and Carl Gottlieb.
You know, that is a station plug.
There's an Italian Jaws ripoff. I think it's called Deadly Jaws,
Okay.
which is
Wait,
like
are you sure, or is it not?
Deadly Jaws Christmas Night.
Cruel Jaws.
Cruel Jaws.
Yeah, they use like
There's
footage.
a
from
bunch of
Jaws.
Le Jaws Deadly Oso.
Yeah, they marketed it as Jaws 5 when it came out.
We're gonna need a bigger lasagna.
I'm Toter
Hey, let me tell you, we'll go get that
my
truck,
goodness.
bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. He's done. You bring back with
I
ourselves
have
a
not
little,
been
you know.
You overcooked the spaghetti.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a 1974 film called Deadly Jaws in its U.S. release,
It's called the Jawzini.
but that's not the one I was talking
Word-
about. You
word
are
Kevin.
correct.
Hi, Kathleen.
But yeah, it's
it's
got-
not weird. It's super cool.
Mhm.
You know, maybe it's
Well, we're mostly
you're
in the
weird,
same
Kevin.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Someday-
except for John.
John will
who-
be here someday.
who
John won't
Jason
show.
forgot to invite.
No, I did invite.
No.
John's,
Yeah.
John's like, no, how dare I leave my house? But
He did-
after you're done doing 3 Geeks, come to my house so we can record.
He did send me a
Matt
weird
Talk.
picture of his middle finger. I don't quite get it. That was in one of the
You know?
conversation.
Next Sunday, I'm gonna go to John's house.
Live from outside John's house.
Hello.
John refuses to let us in.
Just on your phone.
I end up being like a true old man and have the water hose out. Dan, get off my yard! God damn, kids, get off my lawn!
Hey, it's the 3 Geeks podcast,
Oh my
recording
goodness.
live from John's front porch.
Yeah, from just off of John's lawn, so we don't get sprayed.
We're gonna take the microphone with us and be like,
About how long is your
Your hose.
25.5 feet away from John's house.
This is what we're calling the water line.
It's trial and error. Dan's pretty wet. We figured it out.
We cannot be here long. We're using Justin's hotspot. John refused to give us the password.
I'm always wet around John.
Oh,
What was that? I missed that.
There's a hot take, Orlando.
What'd you say, Dan?
It was a compliment.
I'm always wet for you, John.
Oh. Hey, by the way, I'm going to jump on with Jason too. Jaws was my number one. So
I'm changing mine. Yeah.
Jaws, because again, same thing, Max, of all the things you mentioned, plus the fact that it was a pain in the ass to make, from all the documentaries, and on the tension on the set between Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss. I mean, you can't get more of a crazy tale than the making of Jaws. So that was why it was my number one.
Yep. All right, Jason, what's your number 2?
Wait, did you skip me?
Justin,
Yeah,
we're
you did.
skipping Justin.
Yeah.
My number 2 was Goonies, my sister's favorite movie of all time. Yeah, get wrecked.
How many number ones do you have?
Wrecked. But no, Goonies, one of my favorite summer movies of all time, and go watch it if you haven't. I feel like I think most people have, but if you haven't, please go watch it.
It's on the Kappa Summer Movie Series.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Early August, I think.
I've seen it.
Sweet.
I've seen it in theaters twice. Anytime that it's playing somewhere, I try to go. I love Goonies. Goonies makes me so happy.
It's just a fun movie.
I left it off my list because I figured it'd be on Max.
Someone will get it. I'm just glad I stole it from him because he steals Josh from me.
Yeah, fucking dick.
Right? I get it. All right, Jason, you're up.
You've made Max change his list like
Yes,
12 times.
this was fun.
This is
Yeah.
great. We're on the same screen too, so it really works out.
All right. I'm gonna pivot. I took Jaws off. So my number 2 is Inglourious Bastards.
Nice.
Okay.
It is my favorite Tarantino movie. It is one of the first movies I remember watching it with closed captions on it, like with the subtitles, and I really, 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 really love this movie, and I can watch it over and over and over and over again. I think I saw it like 5 times in the theater.
Inglourious Bastards is shit.
Yeah.
I super dig that movie. I saw it like 3 or 4 times in the theater. I've watched it countless times after that.
I can
solid
watch
Tarantino flick. They actually only used the N-word one time in that movie. Like,
There you go. That's amazing. Like I'd say The Hateful Eight is my favorite, but that's
They use the N-word.
that's the whole movie.
Never mind.
The entire
Pretty
script.
The Hateful Eight showed me that I have a limit on that word.
Fair enough.
Well, but yeah. Anyway, no, it's still great. Like I love the Hateful Eight. I found out that I don't actually like that. There's enough time to say that.
Fair enough. Christoph Waltz is the epitome of great in everything. Like he is in American audiences haven't really found the right script for him, I would say, because his best work is done with Tarantino, and I'm sure some of his foreign flicks that he's made, but he's always good in everything that he's in.
You make this statement, you have no idea.
He's great in everything I haven't watched.
Right. It's amazing.
It's like Green Hornet. I remember seeing that in theaters. And while the movie is not great, I thought he was fantastic. Like I think Christoph Waltz is a fabulous actor. And then when he teamed up for Django, I was excited because he was that caliber actor again in Django Unchained.
Yeah, it's rare to see someone play like a good guy and a bad guy that well. Like I was, like when he did Django, I've seen him as a bad guy in Inglourious Bastards, and I'm just like, okay, well, like he does a good bad guy, but like
every American movie he was in, he played a bad guy.
Right. So like, it's like, okay, he's German. Like
Well, that's how we cast him.
Right. I mean, Germans are bad guys, but
it's the Vince McMahon way of doing things. Right?
If he's good enough,
are you from a different country? You must be the bad guy. But
that was your Russian.
He's a top-notch actor, and he came from fucking German soap operas.
Yeah,
that's where they found him.
Nice.
Tarantino wanted an actor who could do 4 different languages, like on command, and man, does he like show up in
Inglourious Basterds.
That is
oh my
a
god, yeah,
freaking way to introduce an actor to American audiences.
Dude, when you know what my favorite moment of Inglourious Basterds is when he when he's sitting across from Brad Pitt and he's like insulted that Brad Pitt hadn't done as much, or at least that he was affecting that he hadn't done as much homework about himself as he had done about Brad Pitt. Like that got me. Like that is the thing right there. Like that's like the character. He's like, oh, I just assumed that you would have done as much. You're right.
Another thing I really like about this movie is Tarantino seems to put a lot of big names in his movies, but in Inglourious Basterds, it's got Brad Pitt, and then everybody else is a bunch of unknowns who do
Melanie Laurent.
Great.
Oh yeah. It's love that movie. It's top notch.
I can watch that Hitler movie theater scene.
Oh my goodness!
Any day of the week.
Yep.
Just cutting people in half.
It's the Germans.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest before I do my last one that we do our top 5 like favorite actors that could do no wrong for us.
Okay,
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
it's good top 5.
All right.
Because instead of naming the ones that I would put instead of Christoph Waltz, which is very good. Yeah, let's
great idea.
make that its own thing.
Yeah, for sure. I like the topic.
My last movie.
There'll be a lot of screaming at each other during that time.
What are you
Probably.
fucking
But it seems like he references could do no wrong for us.
Yeah.
So you can't.
So I mean, you can put Kevin Spacey on it. I would not advise it.
Well, you need to have a 12-page disclaimer.
Do no wrong acting. Do no wrong acting.
Okay, there you go.
The R. Kelly defense of this.
Oh god. The music is solid. All right, like look. I see piss, I move. She saw piss, she stayed.
Oh my.
Random Rick Review says, I think Gene Hackman would go on my list.
That's not a bad one.
Oh, yeah, that's a solid pick for sure.
Anyway, my last summer movie is about the worst vacation you could possibly ever have, I think. That it is the original Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad summer.
Because holy crap, they get stuck in the middle of the desert. They're just all sitting around. Scary atomic redneck cannibal family
incestuous cannibal
wants
family.
to eat them. The gas station guy doesn't help them.
It is
like it's just so very sad. You think they killed a dog for most of the movie. It's pretty brutal, man. Like the new one.
If they even let you think that they killed the dog, that is brutal.
Oh, that's nothing to what they do to Dad.
But I'm just saying, like the dog is normally sacred.
Yeah,
Like outside of like John Wick, like they usually leave the dog alone.
It's like dog and kids.
Yes.
And you've got a cutting edge horror movie if they kill the dog and or the kid.
Yeah.
That Halloween movie where the kid in the truck, the newest one. I was like, oh my god, they killed the kid. Like that was not ready for them to kill the kid.
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh man, we were talking books at D&D night, and we were talking about can you be scared reading a book? And I'm like, Pet Cemetery. It really just. That book, it just fucking wrecks you because nothing good happens to anybody in that book. It's just one depressing thing after another. And
this fucking neighbor who's like...
And I agree with you. The closest thing I've ever gotten to the Pet Cemetery book experience was when I watched the original Hills Have Eyes. Because it is just so dreadful. Like I'd seen the remake previously.
Yeah, the remake has like a kind of a feel-good ending inside, I think.
I like the remake, but... the original was just it was heartbreaking. Like this poor person got all this horrible stuff,
and they just want to steal the baby to eat it. That's not good.
That's not good. It's not the fat bastard. Like, give me a
yeah.
I'd eat your baby.
Anyway, Max.
My number one is going to go to a movie that I know is on nobody's list. What about Bob?
Oh, that's what vacation.
I like
it.
I love Bill Murray in this movie. The character he plays is just so like neurotic and awesome. And Richard Dreyfuss as like a dude on his just like last fucking nerve. He just needs this vacation to reset and everything will be fine, and he cannot get like a moment's peace. And it's great.
Another Dreyfus and Bill Murray, man. He might be
Yeah.
on my list of Can Do No Wrong for me.
Oh, yeah.
Garfield.
He's up there.
That zombie film.
He found it.
God damn it!
I mean,
Twist that knife. Up now.
Stricken from the list. So what about Bob? I love that movie.
I'd still put him on the list, honestly.
Yeah, like you can still.
What movie?
I mean, it's not literally no wrong, you know. Like,
just know that.
But like you go see Garfield, even though you heard as terrible as it is, because you heard Bill Murray was in it.
yeah, well, I mean, Bill Murray showed up because he thought it was somebody completely different.
Yeah.
Directly, he thought it was the Coen brothers, right?
Fun fact: what about Bob? Is rapper Eve's favorite movie? Huh? Random Rick review.
I don't think she's a rapper anymore.
That is
I
random,
think she's
but
like a
thank you.
TV host.
She's still an
Yeah, thank you, Max. I was gonna say I don't think she's done anything recently, but I mean, hey, maybe
She was
she's
in
making a comeback.
Barbershop 3.
I
which
think
is
she's
fine.
on like The Real or something.
I don't
Some
know.
one of those talk shows. Is what
Is
she's
that
doing right
is
now.
that REAL or REEL?
No, EA.
Oh, okay.
It's like Real Talk with women. There's like 5 different. Sharon Osbourne used to be on it.
Oh God,
Till she got super racist.
how does this happen to people? I don't understand this. Like,
Sorry, white people.
you know,
She married a
Fair
billionaire, so she is good.
Yeah,
Hey.
yep. Hey, you do your thing. Like,
Yeah,
get that
yeah.
money.
enough. Sign me up.
What's
Word.
your one, Dustin?
My number one is not my number one. Imagine just shifting the lifts up because the only thing I can think about after he took Jaws was Heavyweights.
Heavyweights is
Oh,
I love
Ben
that movie.
Stiller. Ben Stiller is a crazy fitness nut.
Yeah, like
Kills me.
Ben Stiller when he plays the asshole, like it doesn't really matter like what their
With
job
dodgeball
description
or
is.
whatever.
Yeah. Like that guy that he plays is amazing. Like every time, I love that.
You can't tell me that Ben Stiller in Heavyweights is not the same
Oh, it
character
has
he
to be.
played in
It has to
Dodgeball.
be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he's just playing the asshole. Yeah, and it's like
But it's so good.
yeah.
It's so good. And like those kids, like I was a chubby kid when that thing came out, and I was like, oh, this spoke to me.
Yep.
Like a spiritual
Oh yeah.
level.
Yeah, been a fat kid my whole life.
I didn't become a fat
The
kid until I got on
Blob.
my
I was like, I
30s.
want to do that.
So my number, John.
John.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my number 2 since my number 1 was Jaws. Number 2, Empire Strikes Back.
Hey.
Okay.
All right, so you had 2
You
Star
know.
Wars movies on your list.
Yeah,
John, I love your list. I fucking love it.
Why not?
Someone had to say it. I'm glad John did.
John Basic Orlando. That was
Oh.
very good.
John the Force Orlando.
You want
Oh.
some pumpkin
Terrible.
spice coffee?
Empire like was one of those movies like I saw when I was a kid and I didn't get why, because like I saw Return of the Jedi and that has all the Ewoks and all the stuff like
Yeah.
for kids, so I love that
Hooray.
one. And I'm like, why does everyone go on and on about Empire? It's like it's so dark and like everyone's sad at the end of it, and then like like obviously you grow up and you're like fucking Empire,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
It's the battle for Hoth, right, with the walkers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That got me when I was a kid. This is my favorite section of movie.
Mhm.
I mean, when the AT-AT smashes the
Uh-huh.
snow speeder, and you're like, wait, you didn't get
Yeah,
never
yeah.
mind.
Uh-oh.
Dak!
Dak is dead. Never mind. He's
Nah.
dead.
Here you go.
My number one's Back to the Future.
Oh,
Everybody knows how I feel about Michael
That's a
J.
good
Fox, and the Back to the Future trilogy is my favorite trilogy of all time, personally. And there's nothing I can say because this has been on the list before. But
No, and I'm a huge hater of time travel, and I still like Back to the Future.
yeah,
Back to the Future
no,
is
amazing.
don't dissect Back to the Future's time
But-
travel, but it
Well,
is.
no, like it
Yeah,
it still doesn't make sense because fucking time travel. But also, like I still love it. So yeah, for sure.
Very good.
But how do you feel about the musical?
I haven't seen it yet. I downloaded the soundtrack on my iTunes thing.
Do you like the soundtrack?
I haven't listened yet.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
I just discovered that they had those on there.
To be determined.
But I would watch the musical in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I love Back to the
What
Future.
was it for?
Oh, I don't even know.
I was about to make a Sound of Music joke, but like, you listen to this sound of something gigawatt.
I even have the cartoon series on DVD.
Nice.
Oh wow.
You're very
I almost
good.
bought you a copy of The Sound of Music, Max, but I didn't.
Oh, that. Thank you for not.
I didn't know you were going to be here today, or I would have.
I really appreciate the restraint, regardless of how it happened.
Fair enough.
You could just repackage it
Fucking
and get.
Sound of Music. Jesus.
Yeah, he could put the
Give that
DVD
to the
in
wife
like
to
in
gift.
like the case for Inglorious Bastards and go, here you go, Max.
Oh my
About
god.
$100.
Oh, that's so fucked. That is so fucked. No, that is not cool.
The Sound of Music.
Oh my god. I would be so pissed if I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pop in the Inglourious Bastards Blu-ray or whatever the fuck, and then it's the Sound of Music in there.
That would have been funny. I'd text
John.
Liz.
Oh
So do you think? Because
Thank
sometimes I
you,
don't even
John.
look at the disc when I'm putting it in. So at what point do you think you
no,
realize?
I would look when you open the thing is when I would just like I would curse Dan's name.
Max now is traumatized. Every DVD case he picks up, he's like, yeah, let's watch.
I just.
Okay, it's not the Sound of Music. Let's watch.
You know this has
Shazam.
to happen at least once now.
Okay, now, if someone comes to my house and replaces all of my Blu-rays with the Sound of Music, I would be impressed. Okay,
It wouldn't be all of them. You would just never know which like 5.
No, because if I hit more than one, I would start looking at all. Of them. Like, I mean, like it's not like I have like maybe 50 or 60. Like, so it's not like a crazy long list, and it wouldn't take that long to go through all of them. But yeah, I would be upset. I would
Psychological
be
warfare at Max's
like-
house.
Yes.
physically like I would be shaking with anger.
And while I'm there, I'm just gonna move every piece of furniture like 1 inch to the left.
See, that wouldn't bother me. That would bother my wife. Like, that would kill her. Like, she would come downstairs, see that, and pass out.
And meanwhile,
It's
Max
all on
is
you
in,
because you found the Sound of Music.
Right?
in the meantime, Max is in the fetal position, rocking back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Von traps. We're everywhere.
No, I would just go burn down Dan's house.
The hills
That's
are
what I would
alive.
do.
The hills are alive.
Nick, if you're still watching, you and Max should do a Sound of Music cast because he hates it as much as you do.
Oh, thank God. Thank God there's somebody out there
Nice.
who understands the Sound of Music like I do.
Before we go, I want to take 2 seconds to review The Black Phone with Justin. Written by Joe Hill, Stephen King's son, and produced by Blumhouse. It is one of the best thrillers I have seen in a
lot of fun.
long,
Really, it's a good time.
long
It's a good
time. And I'm not an Ethan Hawke fan, like really, but
Yeah, he's in fucking everything lately.
Yeah.
huh?
but lately he's been killing it. Like in The Black Phone, he just plays a creepy guy.
Mhm. Multiple personalities.
Or
really
maybe he's
show
not
up.
acting.
Yeah, it's very creepy.
No, it's like Ethan Hawke comes back like every 20 years to be in everything for like 2 years, and then
Yeah,
He goes
that's
away
20
again.
years ago.
Well, he's like
Ethan Hawke needs money.
he's- he's 2 for 2 this year for me because I freaking love him in this movie.
It was
I
very
love
good.
this movie.
Yeah, it was very good. I mean, I enjoyed kind of the premise of like a single black phone in the basement, and it calls the previous victims of the serial killer. So like he's talking to the people, and they're telling him, giving him advice around like, hey, I did this before he killed me. I did that before he killed me, and you learn about the backstories of each of the kids that have been killed previously.
It's
It was
An
very
good.
actual landline phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Is oh my god, I can't. I have lately, like with Everything Everywhere in Between, and then this, I have been going.
Everything everywhere all at once.
Thank you. I have been.
Between.
I have been going
that's
into
the
these.
sequel.
I've been going into these movies blind, not knowing what they're about,
I
and then
can't
just
see.
enjoying them.
And then walking straight into the wall, and the
Yeah,
usher
Jason-
guides me to the seat.
Jason pours fucking Frank's Red Hot into his eyes.
Yeah.
Before
Ah!
every movie.
That's why he
so
likes the
scary.
I'm
movie.
blind.
He
I'm
can't,
blind.
he can't see the movie. He
He
just
spends
likes the sound design.
Yeah, he spends the 45 minutes of the movie fucking screaming how blind he is.
Excuse me, Usher. Can I just saw a blind man walk into the wall.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no,
we know.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
We know.
We know.
It's a Friday thing.
But
the 10th time we've seen this movie. Like,
Yeah, no. We
well,
know.
okay.
All right,
10th time
just
he's
go
been
back
in
to
the
your
movie.
seat. All right, enjoy the fucking film.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Blumhouse in general. I like it when they miss because they're usually pretty entertaining, and I like it when they hit. And this is definitely a home run from Blumhouse. This might be my favorite of their films so far, up there with Halloween 2018. But this was very good. I really, really enjoyed this. And Jonah Hill, if his stories are anything, Joe Hill, sorry,
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Oh god.
if Joe Hill's stuff is like this in general,
Well, he
then
wrote.
he's going to give his dad a run for the money.
He wrote the
Lock and Key.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he also did what?
He's done some stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Nosferatu and
I heard that's good. Is it good?
yeah.
I never saw the series. I wasn't a big fan of the book, but I mean, it's okay.
No, that is creepy as fuck.
Right?
I like
And,
I like
it's got a lot of stuff. Like he's kind of hit or miss at this
Oh, you did the
point,
Tall
but then-
Grass for Netflix?
Yeah,
The Tall Grass?
so is Stephen King to me, so it's fine.
He
Well,
changed
did a lot
he
of
changed
things.
his
Yeah,
name
makes
so
sense.
people wouldn't identify him as like related to his
Yeah,
dad.
right.
But if you turn the book around, it looks like his
he
dad.
looks just like his dad.
I mean,
Yeah.
And then he started doing things with his dad.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's
Yeah.
who is this nobody writing with Stephen King?
So I know Lock and Key was canceled, right?
It wasn't canceled. It was planned.
It was
Planned
planned,
ending.
a planned ending?
Three
Okay.
seasons.
Well, either way, read the book because the book's very good. But also
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
the thing on Netflix.
But
they're wholly like separate things.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the only thing they
Pretty
really
much.
share is like the character names,
no, yeah,
and they have
definitely.
characters in the show.
But I give this movie a 4.8 out of 5. Like
It was very good.
That good. It was tight. It didn't feel like it was anything overlapping or stretching out too long. So definitely check it out.
Yeah.
It's up there with the best movie of the year for me, but Top Gun, but very different reasons.
And I don't think we gave anything away in this review, so I think you were fairly spoiler free. I think everything else, the phone thing was in the trailer, right? In terms of talking stuff.
And the girl who plays his sister, the main character's
She's
sister,
great.
was really good.
Yeah.
And,
Child actors were very good.
yeah.
Before we go, a little bit of Animaniacs. I watched Bubble, this movie on Netflix, and it's basically like they're like, what if the Little Mermaid did parkour and met Naruto? Like,
Sounds terrible.
It's not great. Like it's not bad. Like the animation is very good.
Okay.
But it's like straight up like Little Mermaid though. Like they just like stole. They even mention it in the movie. Like it's like a big plot point that it's Little Mermaid. But no, I just thought it was hilarious. It's like yeah, we're gonna do Little Mermaid. It's gonna be parkour themed, and Naruto's not gonna be the main character, but Naruto's definitely in it.
That's wild.
Oh, me and the wife watched it last night, and I was like, I don't know what is going on here, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, check out Bubble. It's a weird movie.
Nice.
Weird
And,
anime movie.
we've said it all, guys. Frady Geeks Friday starts this week with a VHS 94. If you want to watch it before the review, jump on Shudder and give it a watch. It's a creepy film and very
Spoiler, it's worth it.
effed up imagery. But and also we're going audio only, effective August 1st or whenever the first Sunday in August is. So check that out, and we will be part of the Scene Snobs Fundathon. July 22nd. I don't know the time yet, but it's coming, and we'll see you guys. very
Anything
soon.
going on with the PVD cast, John? Anything going on?
Yes, well, the PVD cast changing the schedule from the original like Facebook broadcast. I've been doing it for a very long time on Mondays. I've moved it to Wednesdays and a chance to hopefully do a little more crossover. So that's the big change. But no, still got some great conversations up. In fact, this week's is Gerald Glassford. He's a podcaster from Las Vegas. We talk about Money in the Bank, which was the last WWE pay-per-view, and also name some of our favorite luchadors. So check it out, pvdcast.com or wherever you find great podcasts.
I will say this month on Matt Talk, we have two episodes that both had two characters that are absolutely hateable. Like they're the worst scum of people. So
Really
that
selling it.
I haven't
Really
recorded
selling
the
it.
episode yet, so spoiler alert for John. But tune in to the next two.
Really selling
Matt
it.
Talks.
All right, so John, like
Yeah.
name one of your least favorite luchador.
Least favorite luchador? El Dandy. That dude. I'm like, he's basically, I think, who they modeled Nacho Libre after.
Okay.
That makes
He
sense.
looks like a chubby luchador, like that looks like Jack Black. So El Dandy.
All right.
Probably the worst.
All right.
Does psychosis count?
No, Seacoast. What? Shut your mouth. Seacoast is
No.
awesome, man.
That's
Like
a whole
the
new
mask.
podcast. There's an hour of
Goes-
that.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to start up a new podcast on this. I thought just to display your prowess with
Oh, yeah. El
the
Dandy. El Dandy's the worst.
for sure. All
There
right.
you go.
Well, guys, tune in next week. We'll be doing the top 5 actors who can do no wrong for us, and we will see you guys all.
Do no wrong acting Do no wrong acting. Not do no wrong. Some people are terrible people.
Okay, hold on.
The Kevin Spacey list of Max is coming.
The top 5 actors who can do no wrong acting for the individual presenter.
Man,
There you go.
what a blurb that's going to be.
Yeah.
For the individual reviewer.
How about actors who can
hashtag
do
that.
no
There you
wrong
Yeah.
but don't have a rap sheet?
That's probably best because my list is like Bill Cosby.
Oh,
Bill Cosby, Kevin Spacey, freaking
did R. Kelly do a movie?
Mel Gibson.
Sure we did. Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal, Kevin Sorbo, and we're done.
Have a great day,
Wrap it
everybody. We will see you guys next time.
Recycle your droids.